Johnson & Wales University and the Distinguished Visiting Chef Committee proudly presents the Distinguished Visiting Chef Series, an educational resource and video reference library for culinary students and professionals. Today's guest chef, Adolfo Perret.
A very proud moment for me today because I get to introduce today's distinguished visiting chef who comes from Lima, Peru, my home country. And this has been my dream for years since I became a student, that I always wanted to start some sort of a relationship between our school and my country. And It's been 12 years, and my dream came true. So he's going to be talking to you about our country, our culture, our food, where he comes from, and how he became a chef today. He's going to introduce a nice video intro of our country and a few other things that I don't want to tell you about right now. But help me introduce Chef Adolfo Perret, please.
Hello, hello. Thank you to everybody. I'm very thankful to be here. It's especially for my friend Kevin Duffy, that I made him not too much time, but around 12 years. I'm gonna thank Nick to have me beside him in this class and this demo, because it's an honor for me to be beside you. Not you beside me, I'm beside you. And I want to apologize in my English. I only learned my English in my childhood until 11 years, that's all. But I'm gonna make the best for you to understand me. We're gonna start this demo with some of the dishes or traditional dishes that we have in Peru, but with the influence of the other kitchens that come from Peru, and then make a fusion. And then I'm going to show you how we make now, and at this moment, the dishes more contemporary, more beautiful when you want to show them in a restaurant, or when you make your dishes in your kitchen. I bring a video from Peru that has that you can see in a moment, because it can show you all the ingredients that we have, the places that we have, and also the dishes that we have. After or before the conquest by the Españoles, around the 1528, you have to know that in Peru we have around 1,200 dishes, traditional dishes, that they are make it for the Incas, for the people who lives in our country. And then we increase that dishes by the fusion that we make with the other nationalities in our country. If we have the video. Seafood and a lot of fish from cold water and hot water. This is the causa. It's stuffed with seafood, with tuna, with chicken or vegetarian. Everybody can eat it. We have different types of potatoes. I told you 3,200 types or classes. We can make it for deep fry, or we can make the causa. That's the roll that I'm gonna make for you. They're stuffed with smoked trout, with shrimp, with octopus. That's the beef stew that I'm gonna make for you. I'm gonna burn the class. I'm gonna burn the kitchen. It needs flame to smoke the beef inside. The pan has to be hot. And the side is the yellow potatoes, the yellow fried potatoes. That's the ají. We call ají, the yellow hot pepper. We don't say chili, we say ají. It's from our jungle. We have around 26 different types of ajíes. And this is one of the most important ají that we use in the kitchen, is the yellow one. Because you can saute, you can boil it, you can deep fry, you can fry, you can put it in the oven, and then you can make different sauces with the same ají. And it gives different tastes and different flavors to the dishes. That's the red hot pepper. We call rocoto. Rocoto uchu. Uchu is in Quechua. The name of the Incas, uchu. Rocoto uchu is the red hot pepper. It's very, very spicy, but they can take the heat out if you put inside lemon juice, salt, and the cenizas de volcán. The ashes of the volcans, you put inside and let them take out the heat. And they put in the oven with meat inside. That's the camarones. Maybe you have here the crawfish. That comes from the river. They are very, very nice taste and very special for our country. We make a soup with them. And that are the beef heart skewers. They're made by the heart of the cow. We marinate it the day after, and then the next day we saute directly with the charcoal. That's the quinoa, one of the most grains or cereals in the world. You're gonna see in the future, you're gonna be the grain of the future. That's a rice, but made it with the water. When you boil the purple maize, and it turns purple, the rice. That's a lobster with a sauce made by the olive that we have, that came from Spain. Maybe from Greece, Nick, no? Nick is from Greece. This is the jungle. In the jungle we have a fish that we call taichi. I have been in the jungle 2 months ago, and I have taken, we catch 2 fishes. One that weighs around 70 kilos, and the other one weighs 250 kilos. In 1 year, from 15 centimeters, they can go to 1.70 meters, and he can weigh to 60 to 80 kilos. It's a good fish. It's the king of the Amazon. That's a salad with tomato, with cheese, with a leaf mint that we call huacatai. That's the rock of the 12 angles. You can see the rocks are one up and one that you can go in. They cannot go in a needle. It's an aguja, no? You cannot. It's perfect. The union in the rub. This is the quinoa, but make it like the same like risotto. We call quinoto. Quinoto. It's the same process, but you have to boil it first, around 30 minutes, the quinoa, and then you can make with them what you like. You can make salads, you can make rice, you can make sautés, you can layer it, you can stuff it, you can make like a, ¿cómo se dice esto? Los huevitos de pescado, ¿cómo se dice? Caviar, caviar. You put the black of the shrimp, the squid, and then you boil it together, and you can make a caviar of quinoa with the color, black color. That's an antique kind of boat that the Mochicas has in front of this thing. They used to go with them to catch fish and crabs. That's a tuna, breaded with black pepper. And that's my wife sometimes in the beach. They're beautiful, eh? They're beautiful. That's a tuna. We have five classes of tuna. That's aleta amarilla, ¿cómo se dice? Tail, yellow tail. That's the aguardiente with the pisco, our emblematic beverage. We make a flambe. That's the mountains, the lake, Titicaca Lake. And we're gonna start with the desserts, the fruits. Fruits from the coast, fruit from the mountain, and fruit from the jungle. The pineapple, the chirimoya is typical, the lucuma is typical in Peru, and we make some dishes with them, some dessert with them. That's the yellow, the purple corn. It only grows in Peru. The skin of the seeds gave the color, and the inside gave the flavor. We used to make a soft drink with pineapple, apples, and cinnamon stick, canela, clove. And we boil it together, and then we put sugar and lime juice, and we drink it. It's healthy because it has anthocyanins to prevent the low pressure and prevents the cellulose die. Makes you young. It's the same like the wine. You drink a cup of wine daily, you drink a cup of chicha morada. And that's the ceviche, the emblematic dish from our country. The corn, the mushroom, the sweet potato. That's Peru, mucho gusto for you. Claps. Well, we're gonna start the class right now. Okay, there's no problem. Okay, I'm gonna make the first dish is the causa. What you have to know is first when the Españoles came to Peru in the 1528, they bring with them the olives, they bring with them the wheat for make the bread, the olives will make the oil that they need to cook. They bring the grapes because they need the wine, and when they are traveling, the water sometimes they have the rain, but sometimes not, and the wine is for them life, because the wine more time turns nice, and when they're bad they turns in vinegar, and with that vinegar they cook and they marinate the meats or the beefs, the meats, no, las carnes in general, and also when they came with the pork and the horses and many things, and they make a fusion with our country, but they found the potato. And it was amazing for them because they can take the potato and bring it back to Europe. And that's why the potatoes you can see around the world in many countries. And they say, salvó al mundo de la hambruna en algún tiempo. ¿Cómo se puede decir eso? Ayudó a... The hunger times. Okay. Well, what we have to do first is we have to boil the yellow potato, and after that you have to mash it, and we season it with the yellow hot pepper. This is a yellow hot pepper that we have. We make it. We take out the seeds and the beans, and then we saute, and then we melt it and have a puree. And after that, we season it, the potato, with the yellow hot pepper, salt, pepper, black pepper, lime juice, and a little bit of oil. And from the end, we need lime juice for make the dough. We work with them. And when it's all ready, I'm going to use the Japanese sudare. I call sudare, I know they call the same.
It's like the sushi mat.
The sushi mat.
For making rolls.
It makes, we make like a dough, but it seems like a plastiline. No? And then you can work,
Looks like Play-Doh.
you can give the form that you like. I'm going to use this with a film. We're going to stand like this, using my knife.
And in Peru, when you use lime juice, you always squeeze it last minute. You never squeeze it ahead of time. And
Yeah.
that's very unique.
Yeah, because it can damage the flavor. It gets bitter. That when we squeeze the lemon, we squeeze immediately in the moment. Also when we make the ceviche too. Now we have this. We're gonna layer it with, first, to give humidity. There's the carrots. Then we have here
Anybody have any questions?
cheese.
Feel free to raise your hand and I'll pass the microphone around.
We're gonna put up a shrimp breaded with panko. You can make it whatever you want. Sometimes you can use chicken, you can use seafood, any seafood. And for the end, I'm gonna use avocado. That's all right. Okay, I want to put this over here. I'm gonna cut the avocado in slices, like this. This is nice because the avocado gives freshness, and we have in Peru nice avocados with the thin skin, and the meat is very soft. Okay, I'm gonna make a roll the same like sushi, like this, the same way that the Japanese make their sushi rolls. Okay. We're gonna clean. Okay. Then you're gonna see the raw. I made two just in case. All right. Now I have to cut it. No, I'm gonna do with this first. Maybe it's better. So croquant. The shrimp. All right. We have here 1, 2, and 3. Okay. This is the first step. Now I'm gonna make for you okay. Jose. The side of this maqui causa roll is going to be an escabeche. We say escabeche. It's a kind of dish that we always marinated with vinegar. It's like an Arab style. It's the influence in Peru, and we make it with onion, with yellow hot pepper. And we used to get the dark beer, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic, powdered cumin, and the vinegar, and the flour to make a roux to give like a salsa.
That dish is, for the ones that have gone through the freshman year, that's what we call the escabeche.
Has water.
Many countries have that version of that dish, but this is the Peruvian version of the escabeche. If you remember the deep fried fish with the marinated vinegars, onions, salt, and salt, there will be a version of it.
We need this kind of hot pepper. It's a dry hot pepper. It's a red one. Over here. We're going to put a little bit of flour, a little bit of vinegar, oregano, pepper, salt, a little bit of garlic, and the cumin powder. Then we put the dark beer. It's okay. Listo. Then I make in the back the kids make deep fried fish. We're going to put together with the sauce. So let them get the flavor like this. Okay, we're ready to make the dish. But first of all, I want to show you the first causa, the traditional causa that I made for you. It has dos capas,
Layers.
two layers, and the inside has avocado and the chopped shrimps. Season it with salt, pepper, and mayonnaise. In top, you have the shrimps around, and I make also 2 salsas with the red hot pepper and the yellow hot pepper. I season it with salt, pepper, garlic, and lime juice. This is for give color, because the Peruvian kitchen has nice colors. All right, we're finishing them with the drops. And this is
Chef, a student has a question here.
You have questions? Yeah.
Yes.
I've noticed that a lot of the dishes include hot peppers or different types of peppers. Is it something that's really plentiful where you come from? Is that why it's used so frequently?
Yeah, it's
Dice que sí, la razón por la que utilizamos bastantes ajíes en el Perú es porque tenemos bastantes.
the reason that we use. Yeah, what you have to know is the main reason of our dishes, we support them from the hot peppers. The way we cook or the way we use them, we gave the flavor to the dishes. We have, I told you before, that we have around 26 types of chili, of hot peppers. And the way you use them, you can cook many dishes. But what we are making, the chef, what we are making right now is taking the flavor of the hot peppers, but not too much the heat, the spicy, because we know if we want to promote our kitchen outside around the world, we need to be more careful to the spicy. It's not the similar sometimes with the Mexican kitchen. No, the Mexican kitchen is real hot. Yeah, even our kitchen has the hot or the heat that you like, but you can ask for nothing, for mild or very hot. We can do it. And that was one of the strong points of the Peruvian food right now. Well, we're gonna make the next dish. I take this plate.
We also use those chili pepper paste for color. And traditionally what we do is we take the chili peppers and we boil them. We boil them 3-4 times in water, drain the water and then stir over. And that removes that heat from the chili pepper. So we use it for color, for flavor mostly, and not so much for heat. If you want it hotter, you only boil it twice or once. So the tastings are coming out right now. What we have there on the tasting plate, we have the base, which is 2 different bases of the potatoes. One with just plain mayonnaise and shrimp, and the other one has a avocado mayonnaise, asparagus, quail egg, and olives.
Now we are filling or layering up the onion, because it's traditional, the onion in the deep fried fish. And it's very nice because it has to be croquant. No? I'm gonna put a little bit of water. We have some sauce. I'm gonna make a déglace with all the flavors that have the pan down. Now we have these two kinds of causa, the traditional causa and like a modern causa way to do it, you know, with some techniques of the Japanese influence. And the next dish that I'm gonna make for you is the ceviche. And then another kind of ceviche that we call tiradito is the Oriental influence. Okay. Put a little more
What you
juice.
need to know, and it's important too, it's the Peruvian cuisine is not only influenced by the Incas and our ancestors, but also by the Chinese population, Japanese population as well. All right, so a lot of our dishes have a lot of Asian influence, so that's important you need to know.
Yeah, and around 160 years for the Chinese or 110 for the Japanese, they came from Peru to work in our land. They came to work in our land because they are agricultures. In the agriculture, they came to work in the agriculture. And when he came, he likes to make their own food. But what we have to know, if they want to make their own food, they have to bring their products from China or from Japan. And they knew that, well, all the seeds or the plants that they sembrar, ¿cómo se dice? That they planted in our country, they grow, because we have around 98 of the 106 weathers in the world. That's why everything that you plant, they can grow. And that was very nice for them, because they can make many dishes or traditional dishes for their countries. And that's why the Peruvian food was increased in many flavors and products that they take from their countries. And also, we can say that the products in the first way, but the techniques in the second way. You can see the technique making the roll like a sushi roll, but it's made by potato. We can make it with quinoa also. You made it with rice, but we can use what you like. And this way to do it, the causa, is nice because you can stuff what you like. You can stuff with chicken, you can stuff with shrimps, with octopus, with scallops, or with tuna, or the people who cannot eat shrimps or whatever, they can make. You can make vegetarian. You can make many vegetables inside, season it with the mayonnaise, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of mustard, and you have increased the flavor to the vegetables. And then you layer it up with shrimps or whatever you like, no? Necesitamos un pocillo para... Acá está atrás. Now I'm gonna make for you the traditional ceviche that has a nice influence in Peru between the 15th, no? Because when the Españoles came, they bring the lime. They bring the lime that calls lime sutil or ceuti. It comes from the Arabs, from Africa, and in the influence of the 700 years of influence from the Arabs in Spain, they bring all that things, all that kind of way to cook to our country with Africans and Arabs. We call moras y moriscas. And that's morash, no? They came to Peru, and they bring the lime, and they bring also the vinegar, because they used to cook with them. You see the escabeche, I put vinegar to give the acid in the dish. And the lime, the Incas used to cook not with this kind of lime. We have in Peru a small kind of orange, a little orange. It's very acid, and we cook with passion fruits, and we call the pasifloras in the, ¿cómo se dice? Se puede decir, en esa rama, en la rama de las pasifloras está, in the family of the passifloras, you have the passion fruit, but you have the tumbo. Tumbo in the jungle and in the coast is like a passion fruit, but the outside the color is green, but the inside is very similar that the passion fruit. And they take the pulp and they cook with salt and the hot peppers, and they make a kind of ceviche at the pass. But when the lime arrives, they grow in Peru in the north very, very, very well, because they have a lot of juice inside, and the skin is very thinny, and also the skin smells different. It smells like lime. And the most important thing is, at the year, it could have two productions of two times.
They have two productions.
Okay.
Two growth times.
All right. I'm gonna put the fish, cut it in cubes.
You're all familiar with what ceviche is, right? What we know of ceviche here, it's mostly a Central America type ceviche. In South America, Peruvian ceviche, it's very simple, very quick, very few ingredients. It's very, very different.
Yeah, we can see ceviches from the south of Chile to the center of San Francisco and the Caribe. Everybody makes ceviche because they have the lime, no, or vinegars, or apple vinegars also, or pineapple vinegar, and they make a kind of ceviche. But in our country, we make different. Many people say that our ceviche is the best. Let's see. Well, we're gonna.
Good morning, Chef. My question is, what is your favorite type of fish to use for ceviche? And also, do you recommend a fish that isn't very good to use for ceviche?
The type of fish. You want to know the type of fish that we use in the ceviche? That I prefer.
Y si hay algún pescado que no sea bueno para ceviche.
I think first, the ceviche, when you make ceviche, you need a fresh fish. If it's fresh, it's gonna be good. That's the first time, the quality for everything. If you have to cook, you need the best quality of products. Then you need your hand and your flavor and your knowledge to make them, and your techniques also. And for me, the best in my country, it calls the mero. It seems like a grouper, okay? And you have also the flounder. But we have another one like called cojinova. It's nice because many people like the fish like fishy, but other people doesn't like it, no? And that's the way that you prefer to take it. But if you want to make ceviche, you can make with all of them, but it needs to be fresh. It has to smell like the sea, like the beach. A good smell, okay? Well, I squeeze the lemon juice on the fish. I put salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic. I'm gonna squeeze another lime because the ceviche has to be juicy. Normally in the ceviche that we make in Peru, we serve around 200 grams and 180 grams. And we squeeze around 5 or 6 limes in it. Now I'm gonna put this. No, this is the hot peppers. I'm gonna use 2 colors. I'm gonna cut finely, like julienne, and then in a small.
Those are the habaneros.
When you
No gloves.
no clothes to use my fingers as Peruvian style, but we are, como se dice, acostumbrado.
Yeah, we're used to that.
No, it's if you cut the hot peppers, you never touch your face. No, it's real hot. Okay. Then I need the leaves of cilantro. Cilantro leaves. Gonna take out.
You usually have a lot of lime juice with the fish. It's tradition to have the fish, the ceviche, served with a lot of that juice on the bottom. You always serve it in a bowl, usually, because at the end, you usually like drink the juice, what's left over in the plate, which is called leche de tigre or tiger milk.
The tiger milk. Yeah. It puts you awake. Yeah. The result.
They serve it on
The
the
res-
side of the
yeah.
shop.
The result of the ceviche we call leche de tigre, tiger milk. And when we make that with the black scallops, we say leche de pantera. Pantera, what's the black pantera? Then
What they're passing right now, it's Chef Perret's wife, Gabby, who's sitting in the front row, just brought some chocolates from Peru. So those are very traditional chocolates. So they're passing them around. It's a little snack in between.
it's okay. The spoon that I take, it goes down. Never again in the table. So no, you see many chefs is taking here and again, and again. Yeah. They say they give flavor. Okay. Then I have the onion. I cut it in a la pluma.
This thick julienne.
Do the kids inside. Nice.
So you can see we cook with red onions a lot.
And we all ready. Gonna clean. Take out this. All right. We're gonna have this ceviche. I love the ceviche. If you tell me I'm like a cevichologo, daily I have a ceviche in my restaurant. Where's the plate? Ah, it's over here. You put me two. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna use this plate because normally I told you in our country we used to get around 180, 100 or 200 grams. But it's good to let you know for the people that doesn't know what is ceviche or what they like or don't like. It's better to have on a small ceviche first. Is a raw fish marinated with the lime juice, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic. All right. See it? We have to put beautiful this ceviche. Right? A little bit. It had to be, I told you, it had to be juicy because that is the best way to eat the ceviche. It had to be juicy. And I make for you this sweet potatoes. Cut it in around, and the lettuce.
How did you cook this?
We cook the sweet potato, and we make a glacé, a glaze with sugar. Is it glaze or glacé? Glaze. Glaces in French. Yeah, well. Excuse my English French. My French English. I made it with orange juice, white sugar, and cinnamon stick. Okay. And what I'm making right now is a flour of the leaves of the lettuce. To be like this. Put it over here. Like this. The two sweet potatoes, and we finish with the corn. I'm using the traditional corn that you have here in the States, but I want to let you know that the corn that we have in our country is 4 times bigger.
That's true. And starchy. It's not sweet at all.
This is a small ceviche for a nice appetizer, and you can taste it in a nice restaurant here in the States. All right, we have here. Sissy. Okay. I'm gonna make cuts. I'm gonna make slices, and it's not too thin like a carpaccio, but it's not too thick like sashimi. Sashimi. It's in the middle. It needs to have around 5 centimeters. Never do like a serrucho because
Use the serrating method.
because the fish is very I need the Japanese.
¿Tienes tu cuchillo adentro?
Está la chica lo trajo, debe estar adentro.
Sí, sí.
Yeah. Yes, they did. The knife, the knife has to be very sharp.
Just so you all know, Chef Perret has a chain of restaurants in Lima, Peru. It's a seafood restaurant called Punta Sal. That's how we met him when we traveled to Peru to set up a study abroad there, which we started this summer for the first time.
Okay.
For anybody who's interested and wants to go to Peru, I'm promoting it right now. Just come see me. I'm going to be the faculty advisor next year. So.
Well, we cut it like this. And we put it in the plate in this form. I already made one. We're gonna have here. see the slices? And I make a flower in the middle. Just made it like this, easy. You put right here, another one, small one and up. And then we make a roll like this. And you put it here. It's better to see by the TV in here. And you do this. You open. And then this is a rose. You can see that. Okay? Listo. Now, I'm gonna make the season for the tiradito. I need lime juice. We're gonna need salt and the ajíes, the hot peppers, but colors, many colors. Also, you can make this kind of season that I'm making, and you can put at the end a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and they change like a fish carpaccio. Okay. Let's see. Can you clean the water, please? I'm gonna season it with salt.
So the procedures are very similar. You'll see the differences between one and the other. Obviously, the cut of the fish is the difference.
Garlic.
Tiradito comes from the word that means strips in Spanish.
Yeah, normally we used to make the tiradito plain with the lime juice like this, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic. But the difference of the ceviche is that the tiradito has more garlic, a little bit more. It has not onion, and we make some tiraditos with the cream of the hot pepper, the yellow hot pepper, of the cream of the red hot pepper. But at this time, I'm going to use different colors of chilies. To recreate the dish. I had the yellow one, or the red one, now the yellow one. And forgive the green color, I use the, I'll say los tallitos, the tails?
The stems of cilantro.
Yeah. Yeah, over here. I use this part of the cilantro, this ones. Okay. And put the chilies into the seasoning, into the juice. And I marinate with them. Like this. The most important thing is the balance that you can give with the lime, the hot or the heat of the chilies, and the salt. And the colors is very, very important. Okay. Take some leaves of cilantro leaves. And they're gonna give a little bit more of color. All right. Like this. All right. That's all. We finish. That's the tiradito. We move all of this. We clean. And we're gonna finish when one dish is one of the Oriental influence in our kitchen. It's for us one of the main dishes in Peru. We call beef sauté. This beef sauté has a process, but it's important to follow. It's coming. My words coming. It's coming up. My English. You have to follow, because if you don't do it, the taste, the result of the taste is not what we need. First of all, we have to marinate the beef with soya sauce, garlic, and ground pepper around 10 minutes. And after that, when you make the sauté, the oil has to be very hot. We're going to put soya sauce.
What kind of meat are you using?
Tenderloin. I'm going to put, I don't salt, no. Pepper, please. Pepper.
The reason why you use tenderloin is that you're looking for the color and the crisp texture on the outside, but it has to be medium rare on the inside at the end. And it has to be a tender cut of meat. So that's the one we use in Peru for the stir fry.
Yes, when you cut the tenderloin is large like this, and then you have to cut it first in the middle. You have two sides, and then again in quarters. And all that line, you have to cut first like this, and you make an angle. Like this, make an angle. This I make an angle. Why? Because here is thinny, and here is more thick. And this is going to be croquant, and this part is going to be soft, and inside with juicy. That's why. Well, seems like 10 minutes. It's the heat.
We're gonna get it. Chef, vamos a ver los aceites.
¿Qué es
Oliva.
oliva? No, no importa. Lo hacemos así. Okay. Put it right now. And what I need is the flame. Good. Just we need what we need is to turn the red beef to dark, and then we keep again here. And the same pan. This is, yeah. Put a little bit oil more, a little bit of garlic. Okay, this is my spoon. Se fue mi cucharita de madera. Sí. And I'm gonna put the onions, cut it like okay. Easy. Normally in my country, we need the flame bigger, like 30 to 40 centimeters. It's a high pressure. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper. We need the cilantro leaves. Right there. We need the green peas on then. And vinegar. And soya sauce. And at the end, we put the beef and all the juice that has down. We saute again. The fried potatoes, please. Tomato in slices. And make a déglace with the beef stock. All right. That's what the Chinese call sauté, because they never need the spoon. All is sauté without spoon. And we are ready. In my country, we used to cook with wood spoons always. In my briefcase, I always, or briefcase knives, I always have the wood spoons. Like this. Da-da-dee-da-da-da. The green peas come from here. All right. That's what gave color and freshness. All right. Looks nice. And at the end, we need the juice. But because the lomo saltado has to be juicy, we're gonna finish the dish with the fried potatoes. We used to make the fried potato with the yellow potato that we have. We have around 400 that we work with them daily. But in this kind of dish, it's better to use the yellow one.
Chef, when did you get started in your culinary career, and do you have somebody that was like a mentor to you?
Yeah. If I have a mentor in my career, if I have somebody to, yes, I have two. The first one is my mother, and the second one is my mother-in-law. They both. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not telling that because my wife is here. No. It's true. Because my mother and my childhood showed me how you can make food for many people because we are 7 brothers and sisters, and they show us daily how they cook with love. Okay. And my mother-in-law teach me how to feel the passion, the love and the things what you do for everybody, even for your family, even for people who was around you. And when you do that, you have to put a special way to do it. And that 2 women make the best influence in my life, because when I decide to be a cooker, I saw them how they make their things. Because what you have to know is, be a cooker is a person who serve people, and you can serve people that has money and don't have money, but your way to do it has to be the same for the has and the has and then have. You have to make it with passion, with love, with your hard work. No, that's the answer. We're gonna make here the deep fried potatoes because my wife like potatoes, but they want me to do it in a beautiful way. You have to show your potatoes beautiful, Adolfo. He are telling me that all the night, and in my dreams I see, no, that is wrong, it had to be this side. Okay, that's a beef sauté Peruvian traditional. Well, the first one what I have in my left side, or in your left and right side, is the traditional causa. Okay. Tell me you, with which seafood is stuffed? With which no, the I want to make a question. The best question is with kind of stuff you can put inside the causa. ¿Sabe? ¿O qué le puede poner dentro?
Yeah. What kind of ingredients can you put inside the pasta? Chef is asking. Who did you ask?
Yeah.
Today we use shrimp, deep fried shrimp. We also use carrots and cheese.
Yeah. What else did you put in?
You put in deep fried shrimp with a panko.
Yeah.
You also put in carrots and cheese. But
And for vegetarian people?
you can really put in anything.
Yeah, you can stuff with many ingredients. That's why the causa can eat it all the person. You want a chuyo. A chuyo is it's a traditional hat. It's a traditional hat from the Andes, the Incas. It's for keep your head and your ears covered. And for me, you tell me, when I make the escabeche, the principal ingredient in the escabeche is what? ¿Cuál es? When I make the escabeche, the deep fried fish with the onions, I put one of this. It's, I'm going to tell you, soya sauce, vinegar, or oil? Vinegar, that's right. You want a chuyo, so. And who wants to answer a question?
Who needs a hat?
You. Who needs a hat? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about my life. When I make the beef saute, what do you think is the most important in this dish?
The high heat,
The-
having flames.
Yes, because it gives the flavor. Nice. Well, what I want to tell you, you have one more? One more. Hmm? And in the tiradito, who wants to get the answer? You. When I make the cut, which one is the perfect? Like Italian or Japanese, like sushi, or it could be in the middle. In the middle. That's okay. Well, I had to talk about me, no? Or no?
Yes.
Well, about my experience. We are 22, yeah. I'm born in Talara. Talara is a beautiful place in the north of Peru. It's from Piura. You have beautiful beaches, and well, that's Machu Picchu. Now that's one of the wonder. ¿Cómo se dice, Gabriela? Wonders of the world. The wonders of the world for this next 10 years. And this is the beach that I grow. It's in front of my house, and that makes me recognize the seafood. No, I live in front. I live with them, and sometimes my mother asks for take some seafood from the sea, from the beach, and the rocks that was in the left when the sea go back, when the wave go back, you have the rocks, and in the rocks I find lobster, I find crab, like a cream crab with the tongues, claws, the big claws, like the same size as my hand, big claws. I found octopus. I found small fish like a grouper we call mero, and we took that from the house, and my mother cooks for the people. This is the oil place. My father was a geologist engineering, and he worked for the International Petroleum Company from Houston, Texas. And I born there. All my brother and sister born in Talara, and that gave me the approach to how to choose the ingredients when I went to the market to buy the things, to buy the ingredients for my restaurant. I told you after that the quality have to be the best in the restaurant, because with that good quality, with the good hands, with the good preparation, and you can, and with your heart, you can make what you like. The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. But you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. And at that time, I'm not was thinking if I'm gonna be a cooker or be an engineer or be a pilot. Nah?
Yeah.
But at the beginning, I studied in that city, and then I went to the capital, to Lima, and in Lima, como dice, conocí, I met this beautiful woman that was in front of me, and we have now 4 kids. 4 kids. Yeah. It's amazing. Eh? We have 4 kids, and they help us. They help us in the restaurant. But when I think to have a restaurant, and not to be a cook, to have a restaurant, I know 2 things. That have a restaurant is going to be hard, because you have to put all your effort to do it. And the other thing is not to have money, is to be prepared. And that's why I start to be a cooker. And I make some classes, some lessons with the French cuisine, the Italian cuisine, the Japanese cuisine. But most of the influence that we have in our kitchen, no, they came from the Spain and the Mediterranean with the Españoles and also the Italians. Then you have the Oriental influence, the Japanese and the Chinese, and then the Moros, the Moorish, and the Africans and the Arabs. All that influence comes from our country. But what you have to know is in all the country, in all the Peruvian country, we have kitchens from the north, the center, and the south, even in the coast, even in the mountains, and in the jungle. You see in the DVD and the film that in the jungle we have that big fish that called paiche, and all the food that we make in that zones, they are the strong points of the Peruvian kitchen. It's a kitchen that has around 10,000 years, no? That's a social program that I have in my country with the agriculture minister, and I travel around the nation, around the country. In height, I cook in 4,800 meters, and the water doesn't boil. You have to wait 2 hours and say, hey, come on, you want my things? And I cook in the coast, and in the mountains, and even in the jungle. This is two typical citizens from Ayacucho in Huamanga, and there I've been in China. That's the Great Wall in China. I make some festivals around the world. I already made around 50 international festivals around the world, and it makes me know about the other cultures and all that techniques. I put it in. This is Hemingway. You remember the El Hombre y el Mar, The Man and the Sea? It's a book. He went to fish to Talara, my city, and that you see in the video, and he likes to fish the marlin and the swordfish, and he catch a marlin around 650 pounds, more or less. It's a bigger one, and he was in love with a lady. That stop there, please. He was in love with the lady, and when the magazine in the United States says Hemingway caught a fish, a big marlin, with the weight is 550 pounds, the wife of him saw him. It's not the lady who flies with him. Es de, la trampa, la amante. And the wife read the magazine, and then he get divorced. And the other photo is my daughter. No, it's my daughter Nicole. We were there in Prague. In Czech Republic. We make and that jacket that it has, that chef jacket, is made by alpaca. It's the first jacket in the world with alpaca and vicuña. That's made. That's one of the pictures. That's a traditional plates that I make. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I have to see my computer, because I write some things. ¿Cómo dices? They're finishing the photos. That's the beach that I told you. Look, the waves. You can surf that around 2 or 3 minutes in the wave. It's very long. That's some desserts That's my oldest brother, John, with me in my restaurant. This is my restaurant that have three floors in front of the sea. You have a beautiful parking there, and this is beautiful. This is the place that the Incas. I have to show them. You are here, and that is a hole, no? Un hueco.
A hole.
It's a hole that the Incas used to plant different types of potatoes, and in that levels, they know what altitude they need to grow. It's impression, but the most spectacular thing that for me, after what I told you, is that when it rains, it rains a lot. There could be a lagoon, but not in the middle. They make with rocks, and when the water fall, they drain it for the river it was beside. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's beautiful to see that, and they know the altitude that they can plant the potato, the different kind of potato, and they do it in the mountains. That's nice. That's a beef sauté with a taku. It's the beans and rice sauté also, what was beside, and an egg. And that's me. This is a port of Paita in the north that there are many fish boats. It's a typical. Who's that guy? That's many photos. Well, and telling that I'm born in Talara, I grew my first restaurant in the 1987, and it was a dream, a big dream, because how to say it's a risk. I make a risk.
It's a risky move.
A risky move, and with them is an illusion also, because what you are doing is doing for you, but doing for your family, because you are growing a restaurant, you're growing a work, you're doing something for you, and sometimes you have to get into the pool with or without water. You have to take the risk of them, and then after that, I start to prepare myself. Because I think if I want to afrontar los retos, to face the race, not face the
reality.
If I want to reach my target, yes. That's my wife. I have to be prepared. I have to be prepared, and I have I need the right tools to face the life, and that's what I done. I get prepared. I study very hard, and they gave me the possibility to affront all the risk. And also, when I travel, I take all the knowledge of that techniques of the other kitchens or the other countries, and keep it in me, and keep it inside. And when I make some presentations or promote my Peruvian kitchen, I put that things in the things I do. No, in my career, I have to tell you that I have many problems to establish my restaurant, because in the time that I start with a president or with a government that do bad the things. We have the peor devaluación, the worst devaluation, the worst devaluations. The money things nothing. I bought today ingredients, I sell them to you in the restaurant, and tomorrow that money I cannot buy the next ingredients for the day. It's incredible. You know, I have my menu already printed, but I need an eraser because all the day I have to change the prices. It was very difficult. And at that time, in that year, we've been around 92 restaurants to start in that year. And the next year, we only be 12. Looked at this, it was very hard. And also, we have the Niño current. It comes all the rain, it was raining, and if the rains is like that, it's too hard, we cannot get the products from the sea. And I have to change some plates, some dishes. And we have also the cholera. You know what cholera is? Cholera, you heard about the cholera?
The sickness.
The sickness, no? The cholera. And you can see 1 month I can sell $10,000, and the next month I only have $900, like that. And you have to be strong para afrontar esos.
To face those
You have to be
problems.
strong to face problems. And at that time, I have to tell you that you have to be, ¿cómo se dice? Constante,
Consistent,
coherente,
coherent.
and you have to see in other models of persons how they can do the things when they have bad times. You can show, you asked me in which persons I, ¿cómo se dice? Pensaba, ¿cómo se dice? In which persons I think, when como cuando me dijo él, la pregunta que me hizo en quiénes yo admiraba, ¿no?
And who he admired?
Admire, and that's one of the things, that you turn your face to that persons and say, if they can do it around the years, why cannot I do? What can I do? No, why can I do it? But I cannot do it, no? And that's one of the reasons that I keep in.
Chef wants me to actually ask you if any of you want to open a restaurant in the near future.
Great, that's what I thought.
The 30%.
And you should. But let me warn you, only 5% of the restaurants that open remain open after a year or two. What makes a successful restaurateur is perseverance. You gotta commit yourself no matter what happens. Mm-hmm. You're gonna see good times and bad times. Right now, bad times. I know. I own this restaurant now for 64 years. 64 years. I survived it because I had my family behind me. My wife, number one, and my children. So before you commit yourself, think about all these things. My best wishes are for you to open your own restaurants. Mm-hmm. But be careful. Know what you're doing. Have enough money to start with. Good luck to you.
The same. I agree with you because at that time, in that moment that I have real problems, I be support from my wife. My wife be with me all the time, beside, in the back, in the right side, and the left side. And she was always giving me or pushing me to make the things better. And they told me always, a door is closing, a window is opening. And again, a door is closing, A window is open, and when the window is opening, the door is opening. And when you have problems, if you know the problems, you have the solution. If you have the solution, you don't have problems. But it has to be like that, because if you don't do it, if you don't make the best effort to be what you want to be, you are not in the right line. And follow the line is not follow the people. It's follow what you want. What you want first. It's the way that you have to know you. Who are you? And when you know who are you, you are going to start you're going to begin to do your things. Because if you don't know you cannot do nothing. And also you cannot do the things because your mother and your father or your uncle ask you. Do the things that you want to do, what you like to do. And then all the things are going to come slowly, but with preparation, with the knowledge that you are, that's knowledge, el conocimiento, no? That the knowledge that this beautiful university, Johnson Wells, gave to you. I was surprised that all the students that been in this university, how lucky I am at that time that I start. I have a university like this to understand my career, no? Because I'm ¿cómo se dice? Autodidactic.
He taught himself.
No, when? When I learned, ¿cómo dices?
With no professional institutions?
No, at that time we don't have no professional schools in my country, no? And you have to go to study at the CIA, or you have to go to Lausanne and to Paris or Switzerland. But many people can do it, and others can do it. I stay in my country and try to be like that. That's why, I wrote my first restaurant in the 1987, and the next one, I born in Miraflores. I grew in Miraflores in the 1995. When I was established, when I was with my wife beside me, when I feel strong, when I know what I'm doing, I start the next restaurant. I gave the next step. Because if you want to give the next step, you have to be clear, you have to be secure what you are doing. And then I start the next restaurant in front of a beautiful place that you have seen in the restaurant. You have the ocean in front. It's a dream come true, because when you sit at the table, your mind can flow, no? That you can eat, and you can, ¿cómo se dice? Vivir. You can live what you are doing, what you're eating. It's a sensation. I cook for awake your senses. I don't cook for get your stomach full. I cook for awake your senses. I need when you take my food and you make a first bite. If you take the ceviche, you get to feel the waves in your ear, something like that. That's the way we cook. And then I start at that time, 95. At the end of the 90s, I started a new restaurant in the San Isidro. I have 10 minutes more, don't worry. El video? Okay. Oh yeah. And then I grow a new restaurant in 2002 in another place at the west, and another one in the summertime at 100 kilometers at the south of Lima. And at the beginning, I think in January and February, I'm going to start a new one in another place. But in the balance of my life, I can tell you that we have priorities. That's the world. I don't know. But First, you have to know that you need your family with you. You need your friends with you. And you need your spirit, because your spirit is giving you the tools to front the problems. And at the end, la salud?
The health.
The health, okay? I want to finish. No, no voy a hacer video, solamente una lectura. Ah, ya. ¿Lo hago ahorita? Ah, ya, lo termino. I'm going to read it. This comes from Nelson Mandela. And he says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightened us. We ask ourselves, who I am to be brilliant, gorgeous, talent, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You are playing small, does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our no light shine when unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Thank you very much to be here.
Very good, excellent.
Could I just step out for me, please? I probably should introduce Stanley Nee, because some of you have seen him here all day and you probably don't know who he is. We started this program in 1982. 78. This was Stanley's brainchild at university. Stanley Nikas is 87 years old. He owns a restaurant in Worcester, Massachusetts, and he still works every day at his restaurant. So that's an amazing commitment to come here.
Don't give up the dream of opening your own restaurant. It's a good dream. It can be accomplished. Only be careful. Learn all you can. And then be ready for it.
Stanley has been present, this is the 161st Distinguished Visiting Chef. Stanley has been present, assistant, I think you missed 3, right? 3. So he's only missed 3 of the 161 visiting chefs since 1978. So Stanley, I congratulate you and I thank you for being here. Adolfo, I'd like to step Adolfo. This was my dream also, bring Adolfo. I met Adolfo 12 years ago in Lima, Peru. I had the honor of being down there at a festival, and you know, it's difficult when you go to a different foreign country, you don't speak the language, and you're looking around for somebody to adopt you and help you out. And Adolfo and Gabby saw the difficulty I was having myself, and most of you know Steve Shipley were down there.
Steve.
And we were having some difficulty finding our way around, and Adolfo realized that, and he took us on in his wing for a week, and he ate at this restaurant, he brought us to clubs, he brought us to the festival, and we got to know him, and we realized that he was an amazing person with an amazing story. So I've wanted to bring Adolfo up here for the last 12 years, and finally got an opportunity. We started a relationship in Peru last year with a university down there where we sent 25 students. So if any of you are interested in going down to Peru, we will be running that program for junior and seniors every year, so it is a nice opportunity. It's an amazing country, there's amazing cuisines, there are amazing restaurants, and it's very, very safe. So I know there's sometimes people are disillusioned that South America is not a safe place to travel, but it is really a very, very safe country. Adolfo, an amazing presentation. He's also going to be here on Friday with our faculty. He's doing a demonstration for the faculty on Friday, so it's going to be a busy week for him. So I congratulate you. I thank you very much. And at this time, we have a little gift for you.
Oh, thank you.
We have a medal here that we give to each distinguished visiting chef, and if I had my glasses, I would read what's on it. Chef Coronelli, can you read what's on it?
I can read it for you.
Adolfo Perret, 161st Distinguished Vision Chef, October 20th, 2010.
Adolfo, I'd like to thank
You got it, huh?
you.
You had to push it a little bit.
Adolfo, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
No, to you. To you. Nick, thank you for your help.
This time, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I'd certainly like to thank, oh, sorry.
No, I,
And we have another surprise. Actually, not me. I'm just including myself in the bunch here. Gabriela and Chef Perret have a surprise for Chef Duffy.
well, first of all, I have to thankful for this opportunity to be here in this beautiful university, and the opportunity also to make me transmit or give you what we do, what I do, and what is the Peruvian food significates for me, and what I all these years traveling around the world promoting our kitchen and doing here in the States in this beautiful university is for me a nice opportunity. And with you, with my friend, with Steven, with Nick, with Valeria, and we gave me all the support to be here, to make me feel comfortable. I want to thank this with this, ¿cómo se dice? This for you is gonna be like this. First you have to see it.
Wow, it's beautiful.
I put it as front. I put it here, and thankful for the opportunity to the Johnson & Wells to permit me show the Peruvian food in this institution. Something
Well,
like
it's very beautiful.
I want to tell you, this is one of the earrings of the Incas in the Mochicas culture in the coast, that they were the best cookers in Peru. They're in front of the sea, and that's one of the ¿cómo se dice the earrings of the. That's the warrior. The warrior. No, that's the big.
And then just a little promotion for Peru. If any of you ever get an opportunity to go there, it is amazing. I went back last year, had an opportunity to go to Machu Picchu, Cusco, and it is one of the wonders of the world. Just be prepared for it is 12,000 feet above sea level, so be prepared for that. It's difficult actually when you arrive because of the lack of oxygen, but it's absolutely one of the most amazing experiences you'll ever experience. And I know a couple of our students, Nancy, I think you were there last year as part of the group, so we have a couple of students who went last year. And if you ever want to talk about it and find out a little bit more information, go see Valeria. No, you can come and talk to any of us because it is a great country. Again, I know you have to get back to your classes, so I want to thank you all for being here. Again, I want to thank the students from Coventry High School. Hopefully, these are all high school juniors who are thinking of coming to Culinary Arts College, whether at Johnson Wales or somewhere else, but they're interested in cooking, so we always invite some of them. So thank you for coming. Thank you all. Thank you.